Okay, hot off the summer house reunion. This whole season was so good. I have to say, you were the chicest bed rotter I've ever seen. I'm a big bed
Yeah.
rotter, but I do not look nearly as good doing it as you do. But this reunion was so good. You shared during part two that you had one foot out of the marriage with Kyle if things didn't change, was just something we didn't really see play out this season. So you could have gotten away with never sharing that information. What made you want to divulge that during the reunion?
I mean, I've always just been very honest and transparent about everything in my relationship. And I'm always, willing to share whatever on camera. I don't hold anything back. It's, unfortunately not up to us what ends up getting used and what doesn't, but that is something that we were going through. And I just felt like it was, I don't know, important for people to see the full transparency. I mean, they see us having a great summer together, and we did because there were those changes made, but it wasn't like a natural occurrence. There were reasons why. So I don't know. I just felt like I just need to be honest and transparent with people at all times. And I feel like that was a huge piece of missing information. And I didn't know, I mean, we filmed it, so I didn't know that they weren't going to use it. I was fully prepared for everyone to see that conversation too. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everyone should know everything. I don't hold back.
Yeah, it's true because the fandom went crazy after you shared that. They were like, we spent a whole summer on a 3-week relationship with Jesse and Lexi when our favorite OGs were going through something. Do you wish Bravo had aired a little bit more, or are you kind of relieved because you said you and Kyle did kind of handle it before even going into the house this summer?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm relieved. There's nothing that happened throughout the summer that they didn't show. It's not like we were having these huge conversations all throughout the summer and that there were these like, difficult moments in our relationship that never aired. We just actually both put in the work and had a really good summer, which is probably why they chose not to show that beginning clip because it was irrelevant at that point. Because we were fine.
Right. Right. And how surprised were you to hear that Turner and Lindsay are no longer romantically involved and just co-parents?
I was pretty surprised. I'm always rooting for Lindsay. I really hoped that, things would work out. I know that it happened very quickly, but I don't care what their relationship looks like as long as they have a relationship and they're both there for Gemma. I think that's what really matters to the both of them, that it's some form of a healthy relationship. And if not being romantically together is the healthiest option for them, then that's great. Yeah, I know that they're both just the best parents to Gemma ever. So
And it speaks volumes that everyone was shocked because it shows that they have such a great relationship, a great co-parenting relationship. So if it works for them, more power to them.
exactly. Exactly. She got her baby and she's perfect.
I love that. And the news that rocked the Bravoverse yesterday, Paige announced she's leaving Summer House. It's so bittersweet because on one hand, I get it. She has Giggly Squad, she's in the fashion world, so it does make sense. But I love seeing her on reality TV, and I love the trio that is you, Paige, and Sierra. It's so good. How did that conversation go between the two of you, and how are you feeling adjusting to this new reality?
Yeah, I mean, she FaceTimed me and Sierra and told us. And it was really tough to hear. I think I was sort of expecting it just because she had such a rough time last summer, and you can really tell that like her anxiety was taking her over. She stayed back a few Fridays, would stay back a weekend. Like she was really struggling. And I think that it's the best decision for her. I'm calling it taking a summer off. I'd like to think that she's not done. I know that she's not done with TV. That girl was born for TV. So I know we'll be seeing plenty of her. But I mean, it's exhausting to go out to the Hamptons every single weekend, driving back and forth, sitting in the traffic, all the partying, the drinking. It's a lot. And I think, she went through it last summer and she just needs a break. And I respect that. But we're
Yeah.
very sad. Sarah and I are very sad. We just kind of looked at each other and it's like it's just the two of us now.
Do you think we'll see Paige make any cameos this summer? Maybe she'll come back for one or two parties.
If we can get it together to throw a second annual snooze fest, I know our girl won't miss it. So hopefully we can make that happen.
I love that. And Paige shared a bunch of throwback photos from her time on Summer House, including pictures of you and Hannah Berner. When you see things like that, does it make you miss that friendship you guys had?
Of course, there were so many moments and so many photos that we have that bring back these amazing memories that the three of us had together. it's very unfortunate how it all fell out, but that doesn't take away from the fun, amazing times that we did have together and how much we all got along. So it's nice. I mean, every relationship changes, you know, everyone sort of like people grow apart sometimes, and it doesn't have to like dampen those memories that you had. So no, it was really sweet to see.
Yeah, I feel like that's something the audience may forget. Relationships change all the time. There's growth. People start getting in relationships with, significant others. Relationships always evolve like that. I know Paige did say, though, on Watch What Happens Live, she thinks there's a world in which we could get the two of you to be friends again. Do you see that happening maybe someday in the future?
I would love that. I'm not someone that holds grudges. And I think mine and Hannah's falling out was an unfortunate, series of events that a lot of factors played into. I would love to, get back together, somehow make amends, especially for Paige's sake. But we're both busy girls now, and people aren't just getting together to hang out on a normal basis. So it will probably take a lot of effort, but yeah, there's no negativity there whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I love that. And now we have Lexi announcing that she's leaving Summer House. I'm like, what is happening?
I
Did you get
saw
a
that.
FaceTime call from Lexi, or did you just see the post?
No, I just saw the post
Okay.
just a little bit ago. Yeah. I had to read it twice over, and I asked Kyle, I was like, does this mean that she's not coming back? I was like confused with the way it was worded, and he's like, yeah, I don't think that she's coming back. So that's a bummer too. I think she had so much potential also. I think it's unfortunate how it all played out with the Jessie stuff. Lexi and I knew each other before. I think it would have been great to have a girl summer, but I don't, I can't control what people decide to do. If I
Right. And
could,
it's hard.
Kyle would be doing a lot of other things.
That is so funny. You did say at the reunion, you said if you had come to me, then I could have kind of figured out what was going on with you. But it's hard to know what someone's going through when they don't speak up about it. So I totally get that. Do you
Yeah.
think there's any truth to the rumors that we're going to get maybe like a Sex in the City with you, Paige, and Sierra, and then a bunch of newbies go into the summer house? What's the future of the show? Have there been any talks about this summer? Because it's like here.
Yeah, no, there are rumors all the time. I would love to stay. I think Sierra, Paige, and I would all love to stay home and film. That is like the dream. But no one's presented me with anything yet. So right now it's business as usual. But if anyone wants to put together a show for three girls that love to sleep in bed, we're open and we're taking offers.
I love that. Well, this summer, all I need to see is you and Amanda Batula swim because I am an East Coast girl. I'm from Connecticut, so I love South Moon Under and Westport.
Oh, I
This is
love that.
I love it. It's so exciting. Talk to me about this collection.
Yes. So we're doing our second and third drop at the same time, and they're kind of like very European inspired. A lot of like neutrals and like inspired by just my time in Italy and just the surroundings and whatnot. We did some different silhouettes. We listened to a lot of people's feedback. Tried to incorporate one piece, high-waisted bottoms, different like thicker straps, different things to sort of appease everyone, made adjustments to the fit of things. We're learning, but I'm really excited for people to try out these like new styles and new fits and see these two drops that we've had a bit more time to work on, because I'm very passionate about them.
Because you did say 2 for 1, June 10th, right? It's gonna be online as
Online,
well.
yep.
Do you have a favorite swimsuit from the collection?
Oh my gosh, I think that the dark brown, the Sierra top with the Amanda bottom is my favorite. The like dark chocolatey brown from out of all three collections, I think that is my favorite piece.
And I love that we're giving some names to our besties. I
I
love that. That
know.
is so
Well,
sweet.
they're
That's good.
actually all the pieces are named after my best friends. So my friends from high school, college, and then the girls from the show. So I incorporated everyone into my drop. I had texts from friends being like, "Did you name this after me?" I was like, "Yes." So it's not just the girls from the show, it's like any girl, any woman that has been a big part of my life, I named a piece after them.
And that's a girl's girl. That's for sure a girl's girl. That is
Thank
very
you.
sweet. Wait, on Watch What Happens Live, you said that Paige's pajama drop is the same day as the swimwear drop. So how is that working with launch parties? Is someone changing a date? Are there going to be different times so you guys
No.
can make each other's? What's happening?
I know, no, I don't think there'll be any date changes. I'm just worried about everyone else who's worried about shopping and not being able to hit both sites at the same time. So We normally do like an early activation, like an early launch for people that sign up. So we'll probably launch the day before just so people can purchase the swim and then they can spend their time the next day ordering their Daphne sleepwear, which I'm so excited about for her. But I mean, it totally makes sense we would do it on the same day. We have great minds think alike.
Right, great. Exactly. And you guys are business girly. So once it
Yeah.
hits and someone's who's shopping, they're like, oh, yes. And then there's also Paige, or oh, yeah. And there's Amanda. So it'll work.
Yeah. And we both support each other. And I think that's like the best thing. When I said that on Watch What Happens Live, it wasn't at a place of like anger or frustration. It was more like being silly. Like, of course we
Yeah.
would do it on the same day.
Yes. No, it's a bestie thing. I actually think that's really cute.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, honestly, everyone on Summer House is so successful. You and Kyle are really the most entrepreneurial couple. He has Loverboy, he's DJing, you have your swimwear line. But on the reunion, he did say the two of you needed to prioritize each other as a couple more. Has that happened yet?
No, the man is never around. In fact, he's here right now. He's on the office side working. He's always traveling. We will be traveling to France together in a week or two, so maybe we'll be able to reconnect.
Say, I am such a neat freak, Amanda. I love nothing more than a pristine apartment. And that's why Sierra's room did scare me a bit. But then she said it was arts and crafts. So I was like, okay, you get a pass. But talk to me about this partnership with Swiffer.
Yes. So I've always loved Swiffer. I'm a big Swiffer user. I have all Swiffer products all throughout my closet, my little like bathroom closet with all of our cleaning supplies. And with the two dogs, I have no shortage of messes around my apartment between all the fur. Unfortunately, this one still has an occasional accident, the wet, muddy paws, all of it. So having the Swiffer Sweep and Mop Deluxe, which is like the biggest innovation they've had in 25 years, is incredible because I can sweep everything up, collect all the hair, and then mop up all the messes after, all with one tool. It saves a lot of time. And it's amazing because it retracts. I'm like, I can't think of the word. So you could store it. So living in an apartment and having something that can compact down and be smaller and I can just throw it under my sink is so nice because we are limited with storage for sure.
That is great. So it compacts too. I think I definitely need that because having both sides really helps. If you're with one mess, you can just flip it right over and get it done.
Yeah, exactly. And again, having like the sweeping part and the mopping part all in one, you don't need the different tools. You just swap out the pads on the bottom and you can clean the whole apartment in one fail swoop.
So who is using the Swiffer? You or Kyle? If you had to be honest, who's the one? Yeah.
It's me. Are you kidding? It's me.